கேரளத்தில் என்ன நடக்குது? கவர்னர் சொன்னார், முதலமைச்சர் இவங்க நம்பிக்கை இழந்து விட்டார். கவர்னருடைய நம்பிக்கை நிதியமைச்சருக்கு வேணுமா, இல்ல முதலமைச்சருடைய நம்பிக்கை நிதியமைச்சருக்கு வேணும்? யார் முதலமைச்சர்? என்னுடைய நம்பிக்கையை இழந்து விட்டார். ஆகவே முதலமைச்சருக்கு கடிதம் எழுதுறார், முக்கிய நடவடிக்கையை அரசியல் சாசனப்படி எடுங்கள் அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? நீ நிறைவேற்ற அந்த இடத்துல முதலமைச்சருக்கு கடிதம் எழுதுறாங்க, என்னுடைய நம்பிக்கையை இழந்து விட்டார், ஆகவே நீ உரிய நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கலாம். அந்த மிரட்டலுக்கெல்லாம்
Hello. 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 Oh, okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Sir, this is Kevin from
Yeah, Mr.
TLC, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Kevin, go ahead.
Sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, we will wait for another few minutes so that our participants will join.
No, okay, no issue, no issue. Okay. Another 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5 minutes.
No
5:35
problem.
sharp. We will start the.
No problem. You just tell me that when to start. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'm waiting for you.
Hello, Kevin.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening. Subramani.
Sir. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
ஒன்னு மியூட் பண்ணல இல்லைங்களா?
சார் எனக்கு வாய்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் பிரேக் ஆகி கேக்குது சார்.
அதான் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் அவங்க ஏதோ மியூட் பண்ணமா மெசேஜ் வந்துச்சு, அதுக்காக கேட்டேன்.
ஓஹோ, நான் ஏதோ மியூட் பண்ணலையே சார். ஒரே நிமிஷம் சார். இல்ல மியூட் எதுவும் பண்ணல சார். மியூட் பண்ணாம தான்.
ஓகே.
வெள்ளி சனி ஞாயிறு ஓகே. நாளைக்கு இருக்கா இல்லையா? நாளைக்கு அதை முடிச்சிடலாம். அவனை வர சொல்லுங்க. அங்க
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Kevin.
Sir, கேக்குதா sir? Yes sir. Good evening sir. Sir, shall we start the program sir?
Yeah, it's up to you too.
Yes sir. Okay.
Anybody's expected?
I think people will also join.
Chairman?
Chairman he will join sir. He will join shortly.
You
Yes,
just tell me that one.
Yes sir. So good evening to all. We welcome you all for today's lecture program. On behalf of IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center, we welcome you all. I welcome the chief guest. I kindly request our past chairman, Dr. S. Karupasamy sir, to preside over the function and to welcome the gathering, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
good evening to all. Good evening to all. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in this today's program and also proceed over the today's event. On behalf of Institution of Engineers and the professional bodies who are jointly, this program is jointly organized by the institutions functioning in the Tiruchirappalli BHL campus, Institution of Engineers, Indian Institute of Building, Indian Institute of
Hello, Kevin.
Industrial Engineers.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, IWS. Hello. Hello.
Proceed, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Yeah, okay. Somebody asked Kevin, that's why. IWS and Kanyakumari Arivial Peravai, ISND. So on behalf of participants, happy to invite and welcome Mr. Engineer R. Krishnamurthy for this today's event. With his busy schedule, he agreed to deliver a talk on third-party audit on its techniques for ISO standards. On behalf of all the participants assembled here, I once again welcome you, sir, for the today's program. I also welcome all the participants and the professional institutions members and the office bearers. Thank you for the given opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for welcoming the gathering. Now we will move on to the next agenda. I kindly request Engineer G. Madhuramani, sir, Chairman of IEM, to introduce our today's speaker.
Good evening to everybody.
Good evening,
Myself
sir.
Madhuramani, past chairman of IEI chapter. So I am happy to introduce Engineer R. Krishnamurthy sir for this today's evening program on behalf of all institutions. He worked in ONGC as general manager and he is having 40 years of experience in various fields. More than 15 years he is having experience in quality assurance and quality control inspection under Ministry of Defense. Worked in various capacities for more than 25 years as product engineer, safety engineer, technical auditor, project coordinator in oil and gas production in India and abroad. which includes overall control on processing of oil and gas as per API, fire detection and suppression system, controlling emergency plan and evacuation, protection of environmental system, occupational health and safety system, risk assessment and risk control, pollution control system, conduct of audits, internal and external audits, investigation of accidents and incidents. So he is having good training. He is, as a trainer, he trained more than 18,000 people on various topics, which include permit to work system, job safety analysis, internal and external audit, operation of high pressure vessels, safety in metal handling, erection work, etc., basic first aid techniques, disaster management plan, management of change. Like this, he is having rich experience in the affording training. Publication, as far as publication is concerned, he authored and published various journals and manuals related to operation, safety and procedure, etc. So, as a auditor, he conducted 77 numbers of ISO audits. Total number of people trained in ISO lead auditors training, 3,455. He is having professional membership in various bodies. Especially, he is a graduate of Institution of Occupational Safety and Health. It is a body working under the control of UK. He is fellow of Institution of Engineers, member of Indian School of Labor Education. Like this, he is having a rich experience. So we are happy to hear his voice through this lecture program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your introduction of our speaker. Now,
Welcome, Kevin.
as the next agenda, we will hand over the session to Engineer R. Krishnamurthy, sir, and who has trained more than 3,000 auditors. So it's a very great achievement. We have such a good achiever as a speaker today. Now I welcome our today's speaker, to take the dais and make the presentation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin, as well as Mr. Madhuramani, sir. Before entering into this topic, I would like to thank Institution of Engineers India Trichy local branch for giving him this opportunity to present a lecture on third-party audit ISO and its techniques. Thank you once again. Let us go further. This introduction is not required since Mr. Madhuramani sir has already introduced about me. Let us go on to the topic. For your convenience, and am I audible? Am I audible to all of you?
Audible, sir.
Sir,
Audible, sir.
Yeah, and screen is visible?
Visible, sir.
Yeah. For your convenience, for our convenience as well as better understanding, I have divided this session into two parts. The first 20 minutes, I will be just talking about this management system. There, I will cover what is system, what is management system, what is a requirement for the management system, how the management system works, what are the features involved in this one, how to control the management system, and what is the necessity for the management system. All those things will be covered in the first 20 minutes. Thereafter, I will be entering into the other part that is called third-party audit and its techniques. Almost 25 to 30 minutes will be talking on this one. So again, I repeat that for your convenience and better understanding, the whole session is divided into two parts. First part will be management system. Second part will be the third-party audit and its technique. That is our head title for today's lectures. First of all, ISO audit. I said ISO audit. ISO, what is ISO? ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization, which is located in Geneva, Switzerland. So what is the major function or main functions of this ISO? ISO is a worldwide federation comprising so many national standard bodies. They constitute a member, and what they do actually, they prepare, set international standards and publish. They prepare the standard, setting the standards and publish the standards throughout world or globally, I can say that. Who are the members of this one? Almost 170 countries are members in this ISO. I have given a split up of this 174. 64 countries are full members. 64 countries are full members, including India. 26 countries are associate members. They have the rights for voting and they have the managerial rights. Remaining 84 countries are affiliated members. They can participate. Apart from this one, any international organization, whether it is a governmental or non-governmental organization, can also take part in license with ISO. Suppose they have as an organization, they have different ideas, they have different suggestions, they have with their vast experience, they have come across certain things and they want to share with the people. Globally, they want to share with the things. In that case, they can license with ISO and take part. Secondly, the main important, as I said, that one, they prepare, set and publish the standard. Secondly, equally to this one, what they do, they closely collaborate with the International Electrotechnical Committee. Shortly, it is known as IEC, that is called International Electrotechnical Committee. What they do that they set a standard for all electrical related products, which includes technology like which includes power generation, transmission, distribution, whether it is a home appliance or any official equipment. It includes batteries, solar energies, nanotechnology, energy production, electromagnetic symbols, the compatibility of the products, the design and development of the products, how to measure, how to perform, what are the telecommunication system involved, safety, environment, all things, one and all, A to Z, everything is covered under this one. So how it works, the procedure for making the standard for under IEC and how to maintain, these things are described clearly in this ISO/IEC directives part 2. This can be very well seen from this website www.iso.org/directives. Now, this slide shows some examples of some ISO standards. ISO 9001:2015 is a standard which talks about the quality management system. Shortly, we call it as QMS. It talks about the quality management system. Then ISO 14001:2015, it talks about the environmental management system. ISO 45001, these are all examples for that. Just for your general academic interest, I am giving these different types of standards. ISO 45000:2008 talks about the OHSMS, that is Occupational Health and Safety Management System. Shortly, we call it as OHSMS. Then ISO 22000:2008, it covers of the Food Safety Management System, FSMS. Then ISO 50001:2018, it talks about the Energy Management System, we shortly called ENMS. So this year, the first numerics are denoting for that number for that particular standard, and the second one, the year, example 2015, 2015, 2018, 2018, 2018 are correspondingly the year in which either it is launched or renewed. Either it is launched, renewed. Coming to this third one, ISO 45000:2018, it was not a standard earlier. It was only a assessment series, OSAS. It was OHS, Occupational Health and Safety Assessment Series. Newly introduced this as a standard in the year 2018, 24th February 2018, they introduced. Earlier, it was not under any standard. It was only under the assessment series. So this last 4 digits, 2018, 2015, 2018, these denote the year in which either they have been launched, newly launched, or it has been renewed. It has been renewed on this one. So earlier, see this one, it was 14,001:2015 was renewed on latest renewal was 2015. Earlier it was 2006. Like that, 9001 also 2000, 2008. Finally, 2015 it was renewed. Latest, no more revision till date. This the revisions are expected. Normally, the revisions are done after 8 to 9 years. That depends. There is no standard norms for 8 years. This 8 years, 9 years like that. Exactly that. Approximately, we can see that all the standards have been renewed 8 to 9 years. The period of 8 to 9 years. So why we need ISO audits, or we can say that what is the importance of ISO audits. Here I put it in two different ways. ISO, by means of audit, you are conducting audit and you are getting certification. One is audit, other one is certification. Let me talk about by means of audit, what are the importance of ISO audits or why you need ISO audits. ISO audit takes all of hassles off your hands. It takes all hassles from your hand. How? It helps to know your management system. You know that one where your management system. You have a different types of management in your organization. It helps to know, first thing it helps to know your management system. That means how? It verifies the conformity. It confirms.
अपनी जात तो नहीं छुपानी चाहिए, बिल्कुल सही, लेकिन मैं मानता नहीं हूँ आदमी अगर ठीक है तो ठीक है.
Some disturbance is there. Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Somebody is disturbing that one. Okay. Okay. What it does, it takes all of hassle of your hand. Your hand means your organization in three ways. First, it helps you to know your management system. It helps you, the organization, where the management system is there or in place or not. How it verifies? It verifies the conformity. Yes, my organization conforming to the management system as per standard. Second, yes, I am confirming, but how far it is effective? My management, there is a system in place in my management system, but how far it is effective? Then what is the overall efficiency of the management system in your organization first? Second one, it helps to identify the lapses. You are working, you have a management system, you are working procedure, you have the different types of product design, working, all those things, material purchase, everything. How all the systems are working? Is there any lapses? So what in which way it helps? It helps to identify the lapses by targeting the problem or the particular gray area and points out the way to improve. Yes, this is the area you are getting lapse on this one. This is the area you need to improve. Then third one, it helps to take corrective action. Yes, you do not know what type of action you have to. You know the problem. Sometimes maybe knowing the problem, but you do not know what to take, what type of action you have to take. That what type of action you are taking, that corrective action should be correct enough to mitigate the problem. In such a way, you should know what is the thing. It helps to know that one, where is the corrective action, how you can choose. Corrective actions are available in you. You may not be knowing what is the solution available. It helps, the audit helps to choose the very best possible option available within your organization. It helps you to know that one. So first I can say that it confirms the management system and its effectiveness management system and overall efficiency. Secondly, it helps to target the problem or any particular gray area so that you can improve. Third one, it helps to take corrective action. Where is the corrective action? It is available within your organization. You may not be knowing which one you have to choose. So it helps to choose the very best possible option available within your organization. This is as far as the conducting an audit. Suppose you get a certification on this one. By getting the certificate, what is the advantage of getting the certificate? You know your management system is working or not. You have the system. Whether you have the system, whether it is working, that you have to know that. Okay, working. What level it is working? You have to know what level it is working. Then it makes you to know where you are towards implementation, where you traveled across this implementation part of it, where you are traveled, how far you have to travel further. Then what are the area you need to improve? These are the three things by certification you get. Finally, one more advantage of this having a certification is it is proving you are in line with the global standard. It makes you to feel that one, yes, I am in line with the global standard. These are the importance of this ISO audit and certification. In general, we can see what are the benefits of ISO audit. It varies from standard to standard. I have given a nutshell, combinedly all these important standards I have covered and given in a nutshell this. It is applicable, it may be applicable to quality, it may be applicable to other standard also. In general, I have given. In the next slide, I will be giving exactly what is advantage of each standard. In general, I am giving this one. Generally, your cost reduction is very important for any organization. You have to bring down the cost. Cost control is very important. How? By getting this ISO, you are minimizing the errors. You identify which are those errors, and you have the corrective action. You know that on which best possible action you can take, so that if you take the corrective action, your problems are going to get reduced, and you are minimizing error. By that, your productivity increases. Then side by side, your efficiency also gets improved. Then your quality, health, and safety system improves. Automatically, your efficiency also getting improved. Then risk mitigation. You are identifying the risk involved in your business and supply chain. Once you identify the risk, then you have the facilities, or you have the idea to control the risk. Once the risk mitigation is done, again going to the attributing to the increasing the efficiency, again cost control. Then consistency. You know that when you are consistently maintaining the or implementing the system, which reduces your R&D cost, because you don't have to spend much, you don't have to invest much on this one, because every year you are getting a different types of problem. Then cost control comes in picture, because management wants to take that one, this problem you have to reduce, otherwise your production will go down and accidents will occur. So in that case, if you maintain this, implementing this consistently, you are reduced R&D cost and speeds marketing. Your marketing system also automatically gets on the higher pace. The customer confidence. By getting this certificate, customers are getting confidence. It directly promotes to the accept the products, and your image is also getting increased. The uniformity. It enables accuracy in commercial transaction even globally. Even your image or whatever your company name or anything, it goes even globally then. Then it eliminates trade borders also. It helps to move across the trade borders. Sometimes we have the different types of difficulties in getting crossing over the border, state borders. It may be in a different ways. It may be different shapes. Those things getting sorted out by this one. Then improve supply chain management due to common requirements for vendors. This is a requirement for common vendors. Vendors have the common requirement. Then it helps to improve the supply chain. And finally, it has increased credibility and recognition. It gives a recognition for you. This is general benefits of ISO. Now I am going to give a particular things of this one. Suppose you get a QMS certificate. How it helps? It helps to work more efficiently and reduce the product failures. Suppose you implement the EMS. It helps to reduce environmental impacts, reduce waste, and be more sustainable. Suppose you implement this OHSMS. It helps to reduce accidents in the workplace. FSMS. It helps to prevent food from being contaminated. Suppose energy management system. It helps to cut energy consumption. IT security helps to keep sensitive information secure. These are the general benefits of this system. Now, very, very important. We are really entering into the management system. Requirement for achieving a management system through auditing. By way of auditing, what is the requirement for the management system? Here, I put it in two ways. See, please look into this carefully. There are two ISO standards I given. Right one, ISO 19011 2018. It is a standard. It is also standard. It gives guidelines. It gives guidelines for auditing any management system, whether it is a QMS or EMS or FSMS or OHSMS or ENMS, whatever, any standard management system, it gives a general guidelines for auditing. Example, it gives what are the principles of audit, how the audit program has to be conducted, how the evaluation of competence of individuals should be assessed. All those things are given this ISO 19011 2018. This is one thing. This is a main. Coming to the different left side, ISO 45000 2018, I have given an example for this one. There are so many systems, so many standards. This ISO has developed more than 24,260 standards. They have published and they have developed and published more than 24,260. I have taken few things as an example. Here I have taken as 45,001 2018 as an example. It clearly tells about the requirement of this standard. It requires what are the requirements to get certified to implement the management system. Two things I am saying. ISO 19011 2018 gives a general guidelines for auditing any management system like principles, audit program, evaluation of competence of individual. Whereas each standard, example 45,001 2018, it gives what is the, it tells what is the requirement for implementing this particular. Suppose 9001 2015 quality management system, it tells about the requirement for implementing the quality management system. If environment management system 14001 2015, it tells about it talks about the requirement for the environment management system under various classes. This is what. Then now the question is how the implementation of management system is practically possible. It works on cycle called PDCA cycle. This all management system works on cycle called PDCA cycle. P stands for plan, D stands for do, C stands for check, A stands for act. This is not only for this management system, it is applicable for every one of us, any human being, every human being in the world. Without this PDCA, you cannot get any success. Your success depends upon whether you apply this PDCA cycle in your personal life. Plan, do, check, act. If you fail any one of these four elements on this one, your failure is total. You have to plan, you have to do. Without plan, you can't do anything. You have planned and doing rightly is very important. Erratically doing will lead to some other thing. Okay, you have done. You have planned, you have done, you have not checked it. Checking is very, very important. You should know where you are. Whether as per plan you have achieved or not, that you should know. Then act. You know that one, yes, something went wrong. You have not taken any action. You have not taken any action, then A also failure. So for PDCA cycle is very, very important, even for human, every human in the world. So PDCA cycle stands for plan, do, check, act. Now the question of, I have done more than 77 audits. Even the top management, when we go and ask, meet with top management people, when we put a question across the table asking that, sir, what is planning? The most of the people hesitate to tell what is planning. So planning is, the planning definition is predefining the set of activities, predefining the set of activities to achieve the desired goal with the time frame. I'm repeating, planning is defined as predefining the set of activities to achieve the desired goal with the time frame. Do means you have to execute that. Check, you have to check it. Act means act. Once you have checked it, whether it has come through your success, you are accepting the thing, it's okay to you, acceptable level is okay or not accepting, depending upon that you have to act. Now I'll see clearly that one. Now, plan, predefining set of activities to achieve the desired goal with the time frame. Here, making policy and setting the objectives are foremost important to get the best result for the management. The top leaders or the top management is fully responsible for making the policy. Policy is the first step done by the management. Thereafter, making the policy, you have to set the objectives. How to set the objectives? You are using the techniques of SMART techniques. You have to set the objectives by SMART techniques. What does the SMART says? S stands for specific. It has to be clearly defined. Your objective should be very clearly defined. That is, S stands for specific. Measurable. You should know that it's possible to measure the achievement. Whatever you are going to achieve as per goal, is it possible to measure? You can't measure the thing. There is no use of setting objective. You can't get a result. You do not know what is the result. Then your failure comes along with you. Then achievable. You should know, is it possible to do? Yes. Is it possible to achieve? Reasonable. Can it be within the resources allocated or available? Resources available or allocated. Then finally, very, very important is time bound. A time scale or deadline to complete the object is very, 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 very important. Without that, you cannot be successful. You do not know. You will land, definitely you will land in trouble. So your target date must be specific. Example, 30 December 2020, not 50 days or 2 months. It is not acceptable in the management system. If you put 2 months, it is not acceptable. You should fix exact date. You may not be in a position to complete the date you have fixed. Not necessary. It's not necessary to complete it. You have to fix a date. It is mandatory for in the management system. You have to give exact date. Time bound mean it is not duration or something. 2 months, 3 months is not acceptable. It has to be exactly particular date. Not necessary you have to complete that exactly. It may be delayed because in the operation you may get a lot of interference. You may not be in a position to complete on the declared date. Example, 30 December 2020. You may not be in a position. But you have to give that. You can postpone that. You can take further action. You can correct the dates. So this is very important. Then do. First part plan we have done. Plan means predefining the set of activities to achieve the desired goal with the time frame. Do whatever you plan, execute what you have been planned. Check. Check means evaluate. You have done it. You have planned it. You have done it. Whether you have whatever you have done has come as per the requirement, whether it is acceptable, whether it is okay or not okay. How you are checking? Monitoring and measuring. Each activity has to be monitored and measured. Then see that one. Yes, gauge it whether it has come to the result has come as per my acceptable limit. Whatever we planned, it has reached the stage. Whether it is okay to me, whether it is okay or not okay. If it is okay, continue with the scope for further improvement. Don't stop there. Once okay, today you are okay. Tomorrow the problem may rise in a different means or different ways and different shapes. So you have to continue for the further improvement. If it is not okay, find out which is not okay. Maybe your plan may be wrong. Plan may be something went your planning, or the execution part somebody might have done it, or your checking also not proper, or action also not taken properly. So act on that one. What went wrong? How? By analyzing where the problem is. Maybe planning, there may be deviation from the planning, or there may be something wrong in doing, or maybe checking practice may be wrong. So finally you go and act it. This is what your plan, do, check, act. This is the way, this is the cycle being used for this management system. As I said, this is not only for the management system, it is equally applicable to every one of us. Now going to the system. What is a system? System is a set of elements having certain predefined boundaries. There are two organizations making the same product. I think that there are three different organizations, by name different organizations, but they are making the same product. They have elements, but they have a set of elements, but they have a boundaries with this one. I will give a detailed picture on this one. Next slide. What for this boundaries are? To achieve the desired goal. So what I'm saying, I can say this system is a set of some elements having certain predefined boundaries to achieve the desired goal. Now let me tell what is these elements. What are those elements? The basic elements are 4 M's: materials, machines, methods, money. These are the 4 M's form a system. Materials, it may be a raw material, semi-finished, final product, or any sort of material, substance, anything. Machines, whatever machine you use for the manufacturing or apparatus used. Methods, what types of methods you apply to achieve your goal. You have different ways of achieving your goals. And the money, investment and expenditure involved in achieving your goal. These are the 4 basic elements. It forms the system. So system is the set of elements, namely materials, machines, method, money, to achieve the desired goals. Now, then what is the question? Question comes, what is the management system? So without man, you cannot, even the automation, everything you have to monitor. Somebody has to take action. Finally, it comes to the human being, manpower. So when you add one more M, then it forms a management system. Now management system, I can put it in a, for example, I have taken an occupational health and safety management. It is applicable to any management system, maybe QMS, maybe EMS, any MS. As I have taken this OHSMS, I read this one, hence OHSM is a set of 5 M's, namely materials, machines, methods, money, and manpower, having certain own boundaries. As I said, 2 different organizations are there. Definitely they will be varying from the materials. Even machines may be varying. Methods what they apply may be different, and money, invested money, may be different, and manpower, definitely strength of that organization may be different. Now in this management system, ISO management system, we don't talk much about the materials and machines and money. Materials, machines, money, we don't talk much about, but we do talk much on the 3rd one and 5th one, that is called methods and manpower. Why? Any activities, human are bound to commit mistake. So human beings are bound to commit mistake. Then your deviation goes. Whatever expected result may go in a different way by committing mistake. Manpower, people are bound to commit mistake. Then if you don't adopt the right method, then chances are more. So these 2 M's, 3rd and 4th M, are very important, because all the difficulties or the deviation or the failures can arise only out of these 2 methods and manpower. Here methods, when I say what is methods, the policy, process, the documents what you are using, the procedure what you are follow, the statement what you make, the follow-up action, how you take, the feedback you get from the customers, and the corrective action you take, whether you are taking the corrective action correctly or not. That. Then coming to the manpower, this is very, very important. Any organization, the manpower is categorized into three things: top management, second one employees or worker, third one is interested parties and the responsibility. For any organization in the management system, when we talk about the manpower or top management, we categorize into three. One is the first category, the top management who controls the organization, helps like leadership and other. Second, the employees who work for that organization. Third one, interested parties and their responsibility. Now the question may come, who are the interested party? Interested parties are the people who either way they are related with you or you have related with them in your organization for your performance. Maybe contractors, your stakeholder, shareholders, suppliers. Clear? This one clear?
Yes, sir.
Very much clear.
Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. So coming to the PDCA, once you have done the PDCA, don't stop that one. You have to go for it. You have to aim for a continual improvement. You have done you have planned nicely, you have executed nicely, you have checked it, and result is not okay. You have to act. Once you have done that one, what is to be taken action, how to take action, again you plan, do check. So this is a continual operation, cyclic operation. So always aim for the continual improvement. Don't be complacent by getting this 100% implementation. I got a certificate, then I can sleep. That is not the way. Then the problem can arise any time, at any point of time. The problem can come because there are two things: methods and manpower. Anytime these two can create a deviation, can create any problem for you to getting the best result. So there are two types of improvement. One is continuous improvement and other is a continual improvement. What is a continuous improvement? When you are acting when facing problems or after a long period, you sleep. You have taken the management system, you have been certified. 3 years you are not taking any action. That means anything can go wrong. This is called continuous improvement. Whereas the continual improvement, very periodically, maybe every 2 months or every month, every 3 months, you are checking, you are evaluating the thing, you are monitoring, you are measuring and taking that where it went wrong. What is the advantage of this continual improvement? When you check it, that one, you have every option to see that one where it went wrong, because the problem may be very small. Like you go for the medical examination for your health checkup and everything. The moment you come to know that it is very initial stage, it is easy for us to, even the expenditure towards the cost control is there, and your pain and everything is getting reduced, hospitalization, all those things getting reduced. So you have to take care of your health for making the periodical examination very frequently, maybe 1 year based on your age, you go to 1 year or once in 3 years. Like that, you have to take care of your management system also very frequently with intervals of 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, as the case may be, depending upon your organization, how your management desires. When you do this one, you have every chance to identify those deviations at the initial stage, and finally you take corrective action without spending a lot of money, and your pain is reduced, our product is not disturbed, your quality is not disturbed, your efficiency is not disturbed. So these are the two types of improvement: continuous improvement, continual improvement. You have to follow this continual improvement. This is okay. This is first part of management system. Any doubts in this one? Anyone would like to ask questions in this one, or we will have the question hour at the last, Mr. What is that? Kevin?
Sir, please proceed, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the second part, audit part, very, very important. This is, so what is an audit? In general, in simple, we can say it is just comparing the present system. You have a system, like your this one, your income tax act. What they do that one? What is your earnings and other thing? They have certain norms. They verify this one as per norms you have done or not. Your savings, whatever is as per norm. So what is in general in a layman language, you can say comparing the present system or the status or condition with what you are comparing with the corresponding criteria, maybe the requirement or standard. Here the management system we call this a standard, but actually what this IRCA says, as per IRCA, this audit means, IRCA means the International Register of Certificate Auditor in UK. What does it say? It says it is a systematic, you are doing the audit is systematic approach and independent, no interference. It is a systematic, independent, and documented process. It is not just over you are not just talking and making this one. All the activities, what you do, all the process should be documented. Three things I would like to emphasize here. It is a systematic, an independent, and document process. What do you do this one? You are, all the three things are done to obtain the audit evidence. You are, at the end of this audit, you are going to submit your report. Yes, you have fulfilled the requirement. For fulfilling the requirement, yes or no, you have to give the evidence. You have to give the evidence. So foremost thing of any audit is the collecting the or obtaining the audit evidence. First thing, I underline this one. The foremost important for any auditor is to obtain. The foremost important thing is to obtain the audit evidence. How you are obtaining the audit evidence? By systematic approach and independently without anybody's interference and documenting all those activities. So I read it once again. It is a systematic, independent, and documented process for what? For obtaining the audit evidence. Okay, you obtain the audit. What are you going to do that? To evaluate, you are going to evaluate with reference to what? With reference to requirement, criteria, or standard. All are same. I have given this note. The criteria, requirement, and standard carry the single meaning here only. So any auditors, the first most important thing is to identify the or obtain the audit evidence. Without audit evidence, you cannot come to conclusion. You cannot come to conclusion without audit evidence. So audit evidence, how you are doing? By systematically approaching, independently doing, by documenting all the process. Then after getting this audit, this evidence, what you are doing? You are evaluating. Evaluating with what? How far it has been in line with the audit criteria, standard. This is what your audit. Now coming to the types of audit. Types of audit. First, audits are divided into three parts. Main parts are first party audit, second party audit, third party audit. What is first party audit? First party audit is the internal audit. You do in your organization internal audit. What is the advantage of doing internal audit? It is evaluate your own deficiency. You know that where your problems are there. You can correct, you take corrective action. So that when the third party comes, your problems are nullified, your problems are at the minimum. Okay, so you should know where you stand, That's why it is the purpose of doing internal audit is to identify your own deficiency before inviting the external audit. Second party audit is external audit. This is external audit, but not with the certification body. It is done by suppose vendor to vendor, your supplier. Those things, whether they supply the right product, you want to audit. You can go and do the audit. They can come and do the audit. That is called external audit. Second party. Third party audit is the external audit. It is called certification audit by independent body called CB, certification body. What they do? They come and do the audit and they certify you. This is called certification audit or third party external audit. Our topic was third party external audit ISO. So this is what third party external audit. It is done by a independent body, by a certification body. They are coming under the accreditation body. So what is that one? Apart from that one, follow-up audits usually for verifying how extent the recommended actions are taken. Then recertification audits. After 3 years from the date of certification, the audit has to be recertified. And then finally, surveillance audit. After every year, I will explain in the next slide. After every year from the date of certification, there will be 2 surveillance audits for each certification. Before that, I will say that what is a certification body? Certification body is the authorized body to conduct external audit and certify on the concerned management system. It can be any management system. Example, DNV, Det Nurse Veritas, Bureau Veritas, ICS, etc. Then who is accreditation body? Accreditation body is the assessing body, assessing the certification body with reference to competence and performance of their own performance, like IAF, IAS, Dubai Accreditation Center, etc. This one. Now, coming to the audit stages. Now I said that one, three types of audit. First party audit, second party audit, third party audit. Apart from that, surveillance audit, I don't, but that will be discussed afterwards. Audit stages. When you are conducting these audit stages, there are 2 types of audit stages. Stage 1 audit, it can be either on-site or off-site. What is the difference between the on-site and off-site? Whenever we call it a stage 1 audit, it talks about the verification of the document. The auditor wants to check whether you have a management system in place, whether you have the complete documents, manuals in your system. Those things they are verifying. So that can be verified either at your site, in your organization, or offsite also. He can be anywhere in the global, he can check the document, send it. So why this, some other organization wants that should be in the offsite? Why? Because unnecessarily the expenditure involved in inviting the external audit from somewhere far away place and allowing him to stay here and all those things, they want to cut short that. That's why nowadays it is electronic media more successful in this one. Anything, anywhere you can do the thing. That's why mostly these people do it in a offsite. On-site means the external auditor comes to your organization and do only this document verification. Then it is called a stage 1 audit. Stage 2 audit is the second one is the, what is the purpose of stage 2 audit? For the purpose of stage 1 audit is to verify the document alone, whether your management system is in place or not. You have all the documents intact as per the standard. You have the documents. Second stage audit, stage 2 audit is, it has to be done only on-site. Why? Because the these activities involved are 2 activities involved. You have to interview the people at random or maybe by sampling method. That cannot be done over a phone. You have to personally come to the organization where you want to certify. Secondly, you have to visit the field to take the first-hand information or the direct observation. So first audit talks about the document verification. It can be either on-site or off-site. Second stage 2 audit, it has to be done only in on-site. There, what are the activities involved? You, as an auditor goes there and interview with the people on sampling basis, and he visits the field as per the decision taken already with a discussion with the management, and take the direct observation. Take the direct observation for his confirmation on evidence. So methodology. Okay, now the methodology. What type of methodology the auditor applies? As I discussed, document verification stage 1, interviewing the people, sample basis, field visit, direct observation. Now see that one. Coming to the third party audit and the validity. What is the validity? Once you, suppose today is the day. Today is the day one organization X has been certified. The ISO 9001/2015. Take it. It is a quality management system has been certified. One organization XYZ. First number 22 has been certified. It is valid for 3 years. That means its renewal comes on 1st November 2025. This renewal comes 2025. Why? Because it is valid for only 3 years. Apart from that, in between, auditor has the moral responsibility, or certification body has the moral responsibility to check that XY organization whether they are following the system in between 2 years. So what they do, it is mandatory by the this ISO standard. You have to, as per IRCA, you have to visit the organization after 1 year completion. That is 1 November 2020, 1st November 2023. The organization which has been certified on 1st November 22 is due for the surveillance audit. It can be 1 month, 2 months plus or minus, but it is already due. That audit is called surveillance audit. Since it is done after the 1st year completion, it is called a first surveillance audit. Understood? Second, after the 1st November 2024, the 2 years have completed since the certification is done on 1st November 2022. That is called a second surveillance, which falls after 1st November 2024. After 3 years, this validity expires. Then if you certify, it is called a recertification audit. This recertification can be done either by your certification body who has already certified, or according to your convenient or your will and wish, you can take from any other certification body. It is not necessary to get the recertification from the same certification body where you have taken 3 years back. So it is up to the organization or the auditee to invite the certification body according to their convenient other facilities, whatever they want to do this one. Okay. Now coming to the audit proceedings. Audit proceedings I'm going. How the audit being done? Audit being done. There are 3 parts in this one. Pre-audit activity. The activities are divided into 3 parts. Pre-audit activities. and activities during the audit and post-audit activities. Let us see what are the activities involved in this one. What are the actions? So pre-audit activities. Normally, an auditor never call the auditor and saying that I would like to do audit in our organization. I want to give a certificate. No, it is the first thing starts. The requirement starts from the auditee or the organization which wants to get certified by ISO. They find out the certification bodies according to their convenience, maybe the cost factor, whatever the name they have got, whatever name they got it according to they choose. They choose the certification body and they make the initial contact with the certification body. Then certification body contacts the auditee. Then he takes all information from the auditee. What are the information? He takes by getting the all information, he makes a plan for that. That is called audit plan. So as an auditor, foremost thing, what he has to make, first thing is the audit plan. He has to make the audit plan. How the audit plan looks like? This is organization name should be there, reference number should be there, criteria standard, which standard you want to, whether it is a QMS or EMS, say 9001. Then stage 1, stage 2, recertification, surveillance, whatever. Then audit objectives, what you are going to do this one. Then site location should be there, scope of certification, contact details, audit dates, audit team members, remarks, signature. This is the audit plan. This should be done. We are talking about the activities before the start of audit. There, I said there are 3 activities involved, activities to be done before the audit and during the audit and post audit activities. I am talking about this first activity before start of the audit. These are the things you have to make an audit plan. What are the audit plan? You have to cover the name, criteria, audit objective, site location, scope of audit, contact detail, everything you have to make it and inform to the audit in advance. Then audit plan schedule, you have to make an audit plan. This is purely responsibility of the auditor. Audit plan schedule, what he has to do. If more than one auditor is there, then one will be the senior most person will be the lead auditor. It is the complete responsibility of the lead auditor to make the audit plan and circulate or distribute to the organization where you want to certify. There, how it looks like audit plan schedule, organization name, audit type, site location, criteria, then date. Suppose I have taken 2 days. There are 2 days, audit days are 2 days. I have taken tomorrow we want to take the audit 2/11/22. I have given the timing 9:30 to 10:30. Lead auditor will be doing this one. Audit team will be doing something. 10:30 to 12 o'clock. My schedule is like that. Then 12 hours to 13 hours. This will be. Then next day maybe you take it on. Okay, this 2:11 to 13 hours to 16:30 hours. Third 11. 10:30 to 11:30, this will be our tentative schedule. This schedule, by giving this schedule, auditee is in very comfortable position. He knows that what the external audit is going to come and do. What are the expectations from my side? He is getting himself ready to comply with the auditor's requirement. This is the reason auditor has to give this audit plan and audit schedule. The above example is consider the audit duration for 2 days. I have given the second and third number, considering there are 2 days audit. This is audit plan. Then auditor must have a checklist. He should have a checklist. There are so many advantages in checklist. So how the checklists are made? There are different classes as per the ISO standard. As per the class, you can make an n number of questions. Each class you can take 10 to 15 questions. Questions is nothing but this checklist. Nothing but you are asking, you are making a lot of questions that has to be put across the table to the auditee and get the information. So questions that can be raised, you are raising here, and finally answer the third column. You are finally concluding that one. Yes, he is complying this particular standard has been complied or not. Yes or no, yes or no. This helps. Finally, when complete the checklist, at the end of the checklist completion, you come to know that one, what are the conformity levels, what are the conformity levels. You can there and the last column, you can make a remarks by you, because you may forget at the end of the day or after the second day, you may forget. So you have to remark you have to make a remark as per your requirement. Now coming to the performing the audit, you have already made plan and everything. For your better understanding, I have again given this one pre-audit activities. See that one, the block color pre-audit activities, what are things? Initial contact with the auditee, you talk to the people and say that my requirements are this one. We are coming from this place and my requirements are there. What you convey to the people, what you confirm, Confirming scope. Yes, this is scope. You are reconfirming. Criteria. This criteria we have, example, 9001 2015 quality management system is a criteria. Location, which location we have to come. Dates, which are the dates. Duration. Then legal requirement. What are the legal requirements as per your organization, as per your scope? Scope is nothing but what you do. What is the major function of the organization is called a scope. Requirement, audit objectives. Then facilities like communication, meeting hall, observers. You need any observer, you need any gates. Audit plan, audit schedule, audit program, checklist, work document, assigning team members. All those things are done in the pre-audit activities. Now coming to the second part is the during audit. You have come to the organization. The black color says these activities are not done at the auditee site. You have done before reaching the audit site or audit location. Now you have reached the location of the auditee. Then what are the activities involved in this one? You start with our opening meeting with attendance. Opening meeting is the one again to reconfirm that. I will be telling all those after that. Opening meeting with attendance. Then document verification. During that audit, you are conducting opening meeting. You are verifying the document, interviewing the people, sampling. You visit the field for getting direct observation. You are having communication between the teams and audit teams. Collection of audit document. You collect all documents from team members. Declaration of audit finding. You are declaring audit findings. And conclusion, you come to conclusion and declare in front of them. Then closing meeting with attendance. In the closing meeting, what are the activities involved? That we will discuss in the next one. Then declaration of date of further communication about the audit. Once you have done this audit, what are the information you are going to share? What happened to this audit? Those things you will in general you will tell, yes, this has been implemented, is you are compliant with the management system. Apart from that, certain informations are necessarily to be shared with the auditee. That will be in line with the discussion with your top management. That is leaders, lead auditors, top management, certification body, top management. They will conclude, they will have a meeting and conclude. Finally, they will send to the auditee. Post-audit activities. What are the post-audit activities? You prepare audit reports, make audit summary, distribute the summary to audit reports, and completion of the audit and preserve as report. You complete the audit and preserve for future demand or requirement for anything, any inquiries comes or anything. Then closure of the audit, follow-up audit. Now coming to this one. What are the agenda for an opening meeting? Now we are in the second part, opening, that is conducting the audit. I said that one pre-audit activities, during audit activities, post-audit activities. Pre-audit activity discussed, post-audit activity discussed. Now during activities, I said the first part is opening meeting. What is that opening meeting? Lead auditor has to chair the opening meeting with the top management. Also, if the requirement is top manager representative must be available during the opening meeting. May not be recorded in the closing meeting. Next person can be there, but during the opening meeting, the topmost person or his deputy is out of station, his deputy must be there, because there is the point. That is the point where complete picture is given in front of the auditor. So, what are the features of the opening meeting, and it's important? Formal introduction of all participants are there. You know each other, who are the people involved, who are the person can be asked for clarification, anything. Then audit objective, you share the audit objectives, you reconfirm the scope, you confirm the criteria. You know that even though your correspondents are already there, you have the document, written document, people know each other what is. Even then it is a protocol in the opening meeting, you have to again reconfirm that this is, because other people, the participants, some of the participants may not be knowing the correspondence between the auditee and auditor. So other people, mid-level manager may not be knowing. So further information you have to tell that one, reconfirm them. Then what are the audit methodology you are going to adopt? That should be discussed. Communication method, what type of communication you will be discussing with them, you will be handling, that should be discussed. Then language of communication, depending upon the geographical location, then language may be varying. That depends upon, you have to tell that this is the language we are going to discuss, use for this. Then facilities confirmation, then reporting system, how they are going to report. Then date and time of closing meeting, whether the closing meeting will be done today or tomorrow, at what time. Then readiness to start of the audit. Then you are confirmed, yes, now we are going to start the ready. Then attendance of participant, and it should be chaired by the lead auditor only. This. Now coming to the closing meeting agenda. What are the closing? You have completed the audit. Closing meeting, what are the agenda? You have to thank to the auditee participant on 3 important things. cooperation, what they have given the cooperation, whether they given or not, you have to say that cooperation, then hospitality and support of successful completion of this. This is a mandatory for any auditor at the time of thanking during a closing meeting. He has to invariably he has to mention that the cooperation they gave, the hospitality they provided, and support they have given for the successful completion. This has to be mandatorily clearly told to the in front of the auditee participant. Then scope covered. What are the scope covered? Sometimes you might not have covered the scope also, so you have to give the scope covered. Then criteria actually followed. What are the criteria you actually followed? Then what are the very important in the closing meeting? You have to tell the positive findings that makes the people comfortable. Never say that when you have this non-conformity at the initial, at the outset, don't tell us. You have to give the positive. Definitely there may be some positive finding. That positive findings you have to tell in advance, not the non-conformity. Then summary observation. By conducting the audit, you have got a lot of observation, maybe by field visit and by interviewing the people in the document verification in 3 parts. I said audit criteria, that I said that one, your document verification, your interviewing the people and sampling, and the field visit. All these 3 activities, you might have got a lot of observation that has to be clearly told. It may be non-conformities also. That is called NCR, non-conformance report. Then conclusion, you have to tell what conclusion you have given. Then opinion and views of auditee, you have to invite the opinion from the auditee. And then acknowledge in writing for acceptance. Whatever you have given, that has to be across the table, it has to be accepted then and there. Then tomorrow they may have a difference of opinion. Then so agreement, they have to sign for the agreement. Then corrective action card, that we call it as a card. Corrective action request also should be, these are my observations, this has to be taken, and corrective action date with the date, you have to fill it up and get it signed. Both people, audit and auditee, are the responsible person from the top management where your audit is done, has to sign this one. Then expected date of submission of report. When are you going to submit? Maybe 1 month or 25. That also to be informed in the closing meeting. Then action for follow-up activities. What type of follow-up activities is necessary for this particular audit also should be informed. Then thanking you once again, that you have to thanks once again. This should be chaired by the lead auditor only. Now, coming to the audit principle. Audit principle. There are 7 principle audit, how the audit should be conducted. What are the principle an auditor has to follow this one? The first one is integrity. Integrity, what do you mean by integrity? Your audit proceedings should be as per you should follow the ethics, honest and responsibility. Then second, fair presentation. Whatever you present, that should be with truth and accuracy in reporting. Maybe this general manager is known to me, this top management is known to me. I can simply give this, okay, accept this one. Even it is not accepted, it's not conformed with the standard. Okay, he's a known person to me, and something is expected from him afterwards, so I can do like that. Should not be the fair presentation. Whatever you present, that should be fair enough. You should have a with truth and accuracy in reporting. Then due professional care. This is very important. The auditor should follow the, you should have a professional care. How? You should, it's a diligent and accurate and judgment in auditing. You should accurately judge, and you should accurately take that, and the judgment should be perfect. Then confidentiality, keeping all the information securely. You cannot disclose the information to the known people. I have seen that people go to the organization, and whatever information he has collected, and he is going and telling to other organizations, sister concern, and maybe other. These people are doing like that. Is not regard for the auditor. So confidentiality, whatever information you collected, that should be kept secretly. That should be securely kept. Then independence, without impartiality. While coming to the conclusion, never show any impartiality. Then importance is risk-based approach. Due consideration for risk and opportunity. You should clearly tell, as an auditor, you are external auditor, you are experienced auditor, you are better than anybody in the management system. You know the latest standard, you know the latest technology, you know the interpretation of this, all legal requirement, everything you know it. But you are the right person to tell that one, what are the real risk involved. Never stop by telling only the risk. You have to tell about the opportunities for them, because these people may not be knowing. You are an expert, you are going to the organization. They may not be knowing that there may be failure. It's quite natural that there is a deviation, but you are expected to give, being expert, you are expected to give or tell the opportunities for improvement. It is not that one only finding the fault. Audit is not to only find the fault. You have to tell that consider the risk involved in this one in implementation. What are the risk involved that you consider, and opportunities, how opportunity that also you should be considered. That is called a risk-based approach. Evidence-based approach, very, very important is evidence-based approach. Whatever you refer, that should be evident, that should be adequate evidence. That evidence should be like that one. There are three important things while collecting the evidence. Follow three words, that is SVR. Collect sufficient evidence. Insufficient evidence will put you in trouble. Sufficient evidence you collect. While collecting the evidence, don't just take and go and never go and tell in the closing meeting or opening meeting. Valid, it should be valid. I have seen in Bhopal, I went for an audit. Some of the people following me and told that one separate during lunch hour, sir, this particular department is having a lot of problems. Please go and catch hold of this one. This is the thing done by, I don't know why these people told. So this information as an auditor, I am not supposed to take it. I should take the evidence, valid information, not by just telling somebody. I should not give importance to this one. I should not respect all those information. So sufficient evidence should be there, and that all evidence should be valid and reliable. I mean to say that the reliable is the example I said. Valid means it should be latest. You should not quote 4 years back evidence. You should not quote. So sufficient evidence, valid evidence, and reliable. You should take it from the reliable sources. You check it. That is the reason we apply 3 methods. One is the document verification. Second is interviewing with the people. Even fabricated document may be available. Sometimes they make a fabricate the document before the 1 day before this audit date. They may prepare and submit. It may look like as if original. But when you go and talk with the people, interview with the people, then you may get some information. But when you go physically to the site, field visit and observe on your own, then everything you will come to know that what is in real, whether it matches with the document verification or people told during interview, what are the things told by the people during interview. You correlate with the things. Finally, you come to conclusion. So while taking the evidence-based approach should be 3 words important ways. It should be sufficient evidence. You should collect the sufficient evidence, and whatever evidence you collected, that should be valid. It should be recent. It should not be 3 years or 4 years back evidence, and it should be reliable sources. These are things. Okay. Now coming to the audit findings. How you are finalizing. So you have collected the evidence from different sources. How? Again, I repeat, document verification, you have collected observation. Interview with the people, you collected observation. Then field visit, you have collected. Now, correlate the things, collect all those things, evaluate data for this effectiveness, compare with the standard. You see that on how far these things are meeting with the standard, how these things are complied with the standard. Okay, standard has got lot of classes. How this is the thing, while evaluating the evidences, how you are approaching, your approach should be, or how you are interpreting with the standard. This standard has got earlier, QMS has got different standard practice and the EMS got different. It was a hella problem for the auditee as well as the auditor, because the class numbers were varying. Which class we have to give this acceptance or non-acceptance, non-conformity. It was a very, very big confusion for the people, even for the lead auditors as well as auditing. Now, this ISO has made it done. There is a uniformity. They have made uniform classes for all the standard. Let it be any standard. They are given the uniform classes. That is total. Now the classes are 10 classes. The 10 classes I have shared with you on the screen. First class, main class, is the scope. It is a scope. Second one is the normative reference. Any other reference, normative reference means any other related documents are covered in this standard, those things. Then terms and definition for the standard. What are that? These are the common terminology for all the standards. Now, next one is coming, this one. Fourth standard is the context of organization. There are subclasses, so many things. Understanding the context of organization, like that. Very important class number is 5. Leadership and worker participation. Under this one, 5.1 is the class subclass. It talks about the leadership and commitment. How the leader should be, how the top management leader should be. What are the questions you can ask to these people that you can, the standard clearly tells about that one. Whether the top management taking the all responsibility and accountability for the prevention of work related activities. That says ensuring that policy and related objectives are established. Like that, there are A to M, almost 12, 13 this subclasses are. Those things are to be necessarily put in front of the management to confirm whether the management has implemented the management system or not. Then come to conclusion. If it is matching, I have given an example for this. If it is a matching, yes, it is compliant, say yes, okay, compliant. Where it is not compliant, then take a note of this one, reconfirm it. Then at the time of non-conformity, you have to clearly tell under which class the non-conformity was there. That we will tell afterwards. So what are the classes available? 4 context of organization, 5 leadership and worker participation, 6 is the planning, 7 is the resources. Resources tells about what type of competency available in the management system, what type of awareness they are given, what type of communication system available, whether internal communications are intact, external communications are placed, document information is intact, how they are creating and updating the document, how they are controlling the document. These things are covered under class 7. Class 8 covers about the operation point of operation planning and OPC, how the hazards are eliminated, whether management MOC are there, any active MOCs are inactive, or any proof is there, those things you can see. Then procurement action, what type of procurement, supplies are taken, audit, second party audit is done, contact, how the outsourcers, how the emergency prepare system responses are. These are the coming under 8. Now, under class 9, you are evaluating the performance, how the management is working and how the management performance is there. What are the things? How the monitoring system is there, how the measurement system, how they are analyzing, how the performance is done. Then how the complaints, evaluation complaint, what stage the evaluation complaint is there. Then whether internal audit is done or not, how far it is done, what is the periodicity of this one, whether system in place, whether documents are there, whether corrective actions are there, like that, so many questions. Then management review, whether there is a system in place for management review, how far in a year, how many times management assemble for our constituent meet and discuss all the points related with the operational things, whether it is as per plan. Suppose management would have given this every 6 months in the policy or in the manual objective, they might have given this one, yes, we are committed to conduct management review every 6 months. But in fact, if you go and ask that one, they would not have completed. Then that is a violation of things. Then it is a non-compliance. That is why you have to correlate with the standards. Each question, under each subclass, there are so many subdivisions given in the standard. Those things are not given. It is a lengthy one. Just for a better understanding, I have given the subtitles, subclass titles only I have given. Then final class is the improvement. What type of incident, whether incidents are there, accidents are, what are the conformity taken, what corrective action taken, whether they are taken or not, like that. Then finally, continual improvement is there or not. These are the different types of classes under this one. Now, the very important things are how the classification. You have done this one, the observations are there, findings are there, you know how to interpret, you know how to interpret, how you are distinguishing the NCs, non-conformity. Conformity, okay, accepting, okay, you say that it is accepted. When it is question of non-conformity comes, how you classify. This is classified in 2 things, major non-conformity and minor non-conformity. What are the, when an auditor give a major non-conformity, that means it is not conforming. What is confirmation? Fulfilling in the, I will come to this one. What is the fulfilling the requirement is the, what is conformity? Fulfilling the requirement is called the conformity. Non-fulfilling the requirement is the non-conformity. So what is the major conformity? If as per audit, as auditor point of view, if there is a violation or non-compliance of legal requirements are not met, you can straight away give this major NC. There is a clear evidence are sufficient, evidence are valid, evidence are from the reliable source. I said that evidence, you have to follow these 3 things, sufficient, valid and reliable. You have collected the evidence. You have come to know that one, there is a non-conformity. Now you have to differentiate between major non-conformity, minor non-conformity. Major non-conformity, when you are going, the identified or observed NC as per auditor's view, in your judgment, if you feel that it is a sheer violence or non-compliance of legal requirements, straight away go and give non-conformity. major non-conformity under which class? Among this class, you see that one where it is legal requirement, it's coming under 5. So you see as per 5, this legal requirement or 4, 4.1, whatever this you give is. Secondly, an NC which may lead to collapse of the management. You feel that one, oh, because of this non-conformity, definitely this management system is going to get collapsed. Then in this case also you can give the major NC. Third one, an NC which may lead to major impact or loss or any accident. Okay, this equipment is not performing, these activities are not performing, anytime it can blast. The line is going, lot of gas is going, this a lot of fluid is going, this high pressure vessel is there is a chance of there is a crack is developed on this one, anytime it can burst. In that case, you can give a major NC. And fourth one is the NC which has minor NC which has already raised during the earlier audit, that has not been addressed, that minor NC becomes a major NC. That means any NC raised earlier not addressed becomes a major NC. So major NC can be given in 4 conditions: a violation or non-compliance of legal requirement, any NC as per judgment of auditor, which may lead to collapse of the management. If the lead auditor feels that one, definitely this is going to make the management system collapse, then you can give. Or any major accidents are bound to are expected or it can lead to major accident, or they will have a major impact. In that case also you can make a major NC. Apart from that one, any minor NC which has been raised in earlier occasion and still it is open, it has not been closed and corrective action are not taken, then you can give the major NC. Minor NC which cannot be covered under major NC category. For example, non following the permit to work system, no reporting system available, those things can be minor NC. Apart from this, one more thing, this one area AFI, area for improvement or opportunities for improvement. You can give the improvement. That example, anything that needs to be improved. Example, not updating the notice board, some informations are not properly updated, it's a old information given. Those things you can say that area for improvement. These are the classification of NCs. I have given this complete audits. I have made audit chart, whatever we discussed so far, everything is here. This is not readable. If anybody interested in this one, I can just mail me. I will send it to you personally, no problem. But what I have given this, I can read from this one audit chart. First, audit. It is a systematic, independent, documented process to obtain audit evidence and to evaluate them, how extent, objective, whatever we discussed. Then it is first party audit, second party audit, third party. First party audit is nothing but internal audit. Second party is the audit, vendor audit. Third party audit is the certification audit. So what is audit methodology? Document verification, interview with the people, and field visit. What are the stages of audit? Stage 1 audit, stage 2 audit. Stage 1 audit can be offsite or on-site. The audit decides. Then stage 2 audit is on-site only. So during audit, what are the things you observe? That is called audit finding. That audit findings can be by comparing the standard, you can come to conclusion this is okay. Conformity, okay means conformity, not okay means non-conformity. That you can categorize into 2 ways: major and minor. Audit activities, pre-audit activities, during audit activities, and post-audit. What are the things I have given? How the NCs are distinguished, that also I have given. This is a chart. And with this, I come to conclusion, because this within 1 hour I have to compress all those things. It is a very interesting topic and a lot of information needs to be shared. But considering is a time constraint and others, I have compressed for 1 hour or 50 to 55 minutes. And that is end of it. Thank you. Any questions and other thing can be raised.
Thank you, sir. I request the audience to put forth their queries.
Yeah, please.
Feedback, please.
Please.
Okay, not a query. It's an excellent session. Myself, Muriasa Pandian, the immediate past honorary secretary, Osur Local Center.
Okay,
excellent
sir.
Session. Thank you. Session is excellent.
Sir, this is Arun Kumar from Madurai. The presentation was phenomenal and excellent. It's like a mind-blowing session.
Okay.
If we need to implement and take action, then only it will give the right solution. If any organization do the audit process, definitely will get the reasonable and excellent progress for forthcoming years. Thank you so much for your wonderful session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Arsa sir, tell me, sir.
Yeah, say I must really congratulate Sri Krishnamurthy for his detailed, beautiful presentation.
Yeah.
I have two questions.
Yeah, sir.
One, when you talked about PDCS cycle, you talked of 5 M's. And that 5 M's, are you right in leaving out materials and machines? Of course, money is not a part of the audit at all, because it's a resource has to come from the management. But you said you are going to concentrate only on methods and men. But I think leaving out materials and machine, I don't think it's. I think they play a very important point in any materials and machines. They play a very, very important. And leaving it out may not be right, according to me.
No, you're
number 1 point, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2 is the recertification. You see, I myself is an auditor. So I always feel the recertification, it is better to go in for a different lead agency, because if you are really interested in improvement, you need to get good. You see, once a lead auditor comes to you, he has already audited you. He has done two this audit. What do you call that? Surveillance audit he has already done. So, don't you think to get a better input, you have got to get a new auditor? Because I always feel familiarity blinds the eyes. The same auditor comes, means he has a routine and he just follows the routine and goes away.
Correct.
These are the two observations.
Yeah. Your question is over, sir?
Yes, sir.
I replied to the first question. I never said you eliminate these machines and materials. Okay, I never said these two things taking a major contribution of this one apart from this one. That is why these are the two things, which are the things, methods and manpower. People are bound to commit mistakes, because there is every chance. Majority of the problem comes from the committing mistake by the people working in this organization. Second, the method which is followed, because again the commitment comes from the top management. Top management is not ready to consult with the people workers, and they don't take corrective action in implementing the system. The methods are not verified by the top management. So the given methods will be followed by the workers. Given method will be followed by the workers. So the problem lies in the top management. That is the reason it plays major role. I never say you have to eliminate. I never say it's
problem always lies with the top management, because the bottleneck is only at the top of the bottle.
Yeah. So I never said eliminate this one machines and materials. It's a problem. It is covered in this standards also. But major problem comes, immediate problem comes only from your methods and manpower. That's what I wanted to stress. Second, okay, sir, clear?
Yes, sir.
Second one, it is up to you as an auditor or organization. You want to call anybody for your certificate, it is up to you, that one. Nobody compels you that one. If you want to call the same,
it's a better practice to change this thing, because you want to you see, a regular person, a familiar person sees only certain things. When you bring in a new thing, he comes out with a different experience.
Yeah.
Is it a good practice to change for recertification auditor? Or the same thing continues again and again?
Oh, nowhere I said that one you have to call.
No, you have not said, sir. I am only asking. I have not said that you have said it. Is it a good practice to change the auditor? That's what during recertification.
Sir,
I have not said that.
In my experience, sir, 1 minute, I will complete. Sir,
tell me.
In my experience, I have seen, I conducted 77 audits. In my experience, I have seen most of the people, top management, if he is a very efficient top manager, what he wants, he invites a new certification body, because his eyes will be different. He will look in a different angle. He wants to correct himself. He is interested. The top management himself is interested to know the things for correction. In that case, he may go for inviting the new person.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
it is up to you, sir.
Sir, we can engage the third party, sir, but we have to start from the scratch. That is why, to avoid that, we will use the same auditor for the recertification also, sir.
Sir, it is
That
up
is
to
the
you. I am
purpose.
saying it is nobody compelling that you have to
but-
call that. It is up to you that one.
We can have the another party, eh?
Yeah, it is
After
up to you that.
completing
Yeah, you
okay.
supposing you are not satisfied with this present certification body, you can go for it. He quotes he gives a lesser quote, then you can go to him also, that one.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone, sir? Anyone?
Sir, kindly spare your contact details in the
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
chat box, sir.
Okay. Should I type here?
Phone number and email ID.
This is my phone number, sir. Are you able to see?
It's not appearing, sir.
No, I have sent.
It is not appearing.
See, I have given my email ID as well as a phone number also.
Sir, it is not appearing.
Not appearing, sir.
Yeah, it is there. You can scroll it. Chat box, you scroll it.
No, you put in everyone, you know.
Oh, yeah, I put in everyone only.
Not appearing.
It's okay now?
Not appearing, sir.
Okay, again. 70104218.
Yeah. Now only it's up here, sir. It's up your mobile number. Thank you.
Any other question, sir?
Sir, where to get this ISO certification, sir? We are also interested to do the ISO certifications.
That's sir, you have to find out the certification, but there are so many certification bodies available. Again, it is up to management to choose which one you want, that one. There are so many factors coming into the picture. Their reputation, their charges, all those things. According to that, you can decide and choose. If you want, you can I can refer somebody also, no problem.
So, sir, I'm interested to do ISO certification. So,
okay,
so I'm a new person. So I want to do the certifications. So which institution or which organization I have to approach?
I have given a lot of certification bodies. If you want, you can talk afterwards also. Personally, mail me, then I will guide you also. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes,
thank you, sir.
I have given this. Any other thing?
One small clarification, sir.
Money,
that is number of days required for an audit.
Yeah.
Is it 2 days, 3 days? Who is the deciding authority?
There is a chart for this IF chart that purposely I have not given here because it will get confusing. There is a chart that depends upon number of people in the organization. Suppose 100 people, there is a chart, this one, 20 people to 40 people, this one. For stage 1 audit, number of stage 2, there is a chart. That chart is a ready reckoner. From that, you can make it out. If you want, if you are interested, I can send the chart for you.
Then it is fine, sir. Okay.
There are 3 factors coming into picture. 3 factors. What is the number of people employed in this organization? Then whether it is stage 1 audit or stage 2 audit. Okay. Based on this one, there is a chart given. That is a fixed chart that is applicable to everywhere. If you want, I can share to you that one.
Size of the organization is not.
Yeah, size of.
Big plan, but having only 100 people, that means less space. Okay.
Yeah, 100 people, and it is the stage 1. Also, mandates will be given. Mandates, suppose there are 4 mandates. 4 mandates mean 4 days you have to do. Suppose instead of 1 person going, 2 person going, it will become 2 mandates. 4 mandates they will give. Suppose instead of 1 auditor, 2 auditor go, then you can complete in 2 days.
So is it possible to update the chart now?
You want the chart?
Yeah, is it possible, sir?
No, I think I can send through WhatsApp. Is okay?
It's okay, sir.
Okay. Any other things? Harsha sir, anything?
No.
Okay, sir.
I have no questions, sir.
Yes, Mr. Kevin.
Okay, sir. Sir, with no further questions, I would like to thank today's speaker for giving a thorough knowledge about how to start. Even a basic person who doesn't know anything about auditing and by seeing your presentation, you will act like a well-trained auditor, I hope, because that much of insight has been given today. So it was a very wonderful lecture program, and we thank you really for giving accepting this lecture and to provide this lecture program. Thank you, sir. Now we will move on to the next agenda.
Yeah.
Announcement of next week lecture program. On November 8th, Tuesday evening, we are having a lecture program in the topic relevance of traditional construction techniques in the modern context. The big temple. It is about the Tanjavur big temple, and the speaker is engineer S. Rajendran. He is a consulting engineer, also architecture and civil consultant from Tanjavur. So he is going to deliver lecture on the relevance of traditional construction techniques in the modern context. I request all the members, all the participants to attend this lecture program in the next week. Also, I request you to invite your friends and colleagues to attend this program. So, thank you. And we'll move on to the next agenda, vote of thanks. Now I call upon Dr. S. Titus, our committee member, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Very good evening to one and all gathered here. I am take this opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks in this forum. First of all, I would like to thank the today's speaker, engineer Krishnamurthy sir, for giving an excellent presentation on ISO audit, that too specifically on third-party audit. So, sir has given a very brief description about the various stages and the methodology and the proceedings and the planning and the performing. All those things are clearly explained. I hope this session will be very useful for all the participants who have attended the today's session. So, on behalf of the IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center, I would like to thank today's speaker, engineer Krishnamurthy sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And also, I would like to thank our engineer, Dr. Karpusamy sir, who is a past chairman of IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center, who presided over the function today. So, thank you, sir, for your proceedings. And also, I would like to thank Engineer Madhuramani sir for giving introduction about the chief guest and also for sparing your valuable time with us in this today's forum. So on behalf of IEI Tiruchirappalli chapter center, I would like to thank Madhuramani sir for his valuable introduction. Thank you, sir. And also I would like to thank our chairman of IEI Tiruchirappalli Local Center, and also I thank the Honorable Secretary Dr. Kevin R. Kumar sir for giving me the opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks in this today's evening. And also I thank all the senior members of the IEI chapter. And also finally, I would like to thank the today's participants who have actively involved and for taking part in the discussion also. So once again, I would like to thank all of you in this forum. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. One request. If you have any doubts on this one, kindly reach me through this my mail and phone. Okay, I already shared this my phone number, contact number, and email ID. If at all anyone has got any doubts or any clarifications regarding this, anything regarding this ISO audit and ISO audits, then you can please reach me through this mail and or this phone. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your informative presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir.
Good information, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent presentation, sir.
Thank you. Nice to hear, sir. Thank you. Shall we close, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, can we close?
Yes, sir. We can close the program, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
one and all for joining this lecture program.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.